Fight week is also a Jake Paul boxing card. So let's see what Dana White has to say about it. Hold on, let me unmute this real quick. Because, yeah, I'm going to see what he has to say about it because I don't really want to read it, if I'm being honest with you.
Last night, there's a bit of news that came out from that post-fight press conference. John Jones has officially retired. Tom Aspinall is the champion. This has been a long...
Never mind. I'm not going to sit here and watch 13 minutes of that. So I'm definitely going to go ahead and read it because I love reading, as I just said. It's safe to say Dana White isn't sweating competition with UFC 317 set to go head-to-head with Jake Paul's upcoming boxing match against Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. on Saturday, while International Fight Week wraps up with its pay-per-view event from Las Vegas where Ilya Topuria faces Charles Oliveira to crown a new lightweight champion at the main event. Paul is getting ready to face Julio Cesar Chavez in a boxing match from Anaheim, California. Executive UFC champion, or ex-UFC champion, Holly Holm is set on the same card after signing with Paul's MVP company, as she returns to boxing for the first time in over 12 years. It's not the first time UFC has faced competition with another combat sport, but White confessed he had no idea Paul was even fighting when asked about the conflict schedules. Oh, really? I didn't even fucking know that. Dana White told MMA Fighting during an appearance at Fanatics Fest on Sunday. I didn't even know he was fighting, so that's how concerned I am about it. The same goes for Holm booking her first fight since asking for a release from the UFC. Former bantamweight champion still had bouts left on her deal, but she was granted her release after asking UFC to become a free agent. Holm initially signed with the Global Fight League, where she was expected to compete on the promotion's debut cards, but the events were canceled, with all signing points towards the GFL crashing and burning before the organization ever holds an event. Now she's returning to the sport of boxing, blah, blah, blah. And when said to Dana White about this, he said, "Oh, no shit." White asked him about Holm return to boxing. While he obviously didn't know much about the event or the former UFC champions joining the Paul on the same card, White said he at least found it interesting that former YouTube return boxer was stepping into the ring with a legitimate opponent like Chavez. Then again, Chavez comes into the fight at 39 years old with a 2-1 record in his past 3 fights, dating back to 2021. 2 of those bouts came against MMA fighters after beating Uriah Hall in a lackluster decision and losing to Anderson Silva. So, what do you think about that? Do you really think that Dana White didn't know Jake Paul was fighting? I think these guys kind of all know when each other are fighting. Or is he maybe just that busy? Go ahead and let me know what you think about that down below. And which one will you be watching? Are you going to simultaneously watch both? Watch the MMA card and the boxing card? Or are you only going to watch boxing, or are you only going to watch MMA? I'm definitely going to be watching UFC 317. I care way more about that than I do boxing. But, I mean, sometimes if it's free, I'll throw in the boxing fight.